Good morning, Year 5s. It is Friday. It is also May, which is very strange. The 1st of May. It's our maths video. I feel a bit more awake this morning as well. I feel a bit more up for it today. Like I said in one of the videos yesterday, the reassurance one, we wake up some days a little bit low, we'll wake up other days absolutely fine and feeling buzzing for it. So, take each day as it comes. I have my toast ready for this morning's breakfast, and I have my cup of tea as usual. I don't know if I showed you this mug. This is a Dunkonomics, so it's all the statistics of biscuits. So it tells you crunch factor, anti-dissolvability, features. Very good, very good. It's a good mug. Right, on to today. So here's our do now. Let's triangle one does work today, so we'll have a look. Ooh, too far back. There we go. I'll look at it last again then. I've written them small today. Where are we? We're there. You should be able to be doing this without checking this, really. So times it by 1,000. There's 3 zeros. So 3,000. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So because the decimal point is there, 1 0 is for moving it, and then you're going to have 2 others. So there you go. So it's not got 3 zeros on the end because you've got a decimal point. So it's 1 for the decimal point, and then the rest. Okay. Dividing by 100, obviously whole numbers have a decimal at the end. So 2 zeros, 1, 2. That should be 23.90. But you do not have to put the 0. So 23.9 is also fine because it's nothing but zeros afterwards. So we don't need to know there's a 0 there. Obviously, when we do money, we work in tens, don't we, with our pence? So £1.90 you probably would do. Although £23 and £1.9 would still be £23.90. Anyway, 67 times 100, 2 zeros there. So bosh, there we go. Rounding to the nearest 100,000, I know is always a tricky thing. It's strange in Year 5. Of all the things we look at, rounded still seems to catch people out. Okay, so rounding to the nearest 10. We've got our ones, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands. So let's have a look at the nearest 10. Cover everything else up. I don't care about the rest at the moment. I'm looking at my tens. It's a 4. Well, let's look at the number before. It's a 7. Remember, 5 or more, we round up. So we round that number up to the next one. So that becomes a 5, so it's 50. So it's 1,050. Nearest 100, cover up the 1,000. Don't care about the 1,000 right now. Unless that was a 9, then that would affect that, wouldn't it? So it's a 0. Look at the one before, that's a 4. So that's going to round, so it goes down. And we can't go any further down than 0, so everything's 0. So the nearest 100 is actually 1,000 because it's no hundreds is the closest one. And then 1,000, to be fair, you can look at the number and you go 1,047. Well, it's definitely closer to 1,000 than 2,000. So there you go. Estimating. So 22 times 43. Let's round that one to 20. That one to 40. 2 times 4 is 8. Boom, the 2 zeros back on. You're looking at around 800. 5,809 times 5. Oh, we could round that to 6,000. 6 times 5 is 30. Add our 3 zeros on the end. Around 30,000. Right, the tasty one. The triangle. And this one does work. I've already checked, I think. It's that tasty, I'm going to have a bite of my toast. So, that wasn't clever, was it? So, we've got to find where to start. Oops, just kicked the tripod. Oh dear. So, we've got to find where to start. Where have we got information that we can use? I'm attracted to right here. We've got 75 and 70, and we've got a missing angle here. Now this is on a straight line. We know it's a straight line because we've got triangles. So this must be a straight line. So 75 and 70. Well, you can do that in your head. 7 sevens are 14. Add 5 is 145. So we've got these two here are 145. We know a straight line is 180. 45, 55, 65, 75. So A must be 35. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Where can we go to next? Can't do anything with this. Can't do the triangles. We've only got one piece of information for the triangles. We could have a look at this one here, but I've noticed I've got 2 angles out of my 3 for a triangle. So let's have a look at this. 95 and 35. We'll just have a quick check. There's nothing wrong with writing things down, as long as you're quick with it. 9, 3, 12, 13, 130, lovely. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So B is 50. That's 180 now. Okay, so now we've got the triangle sorted. We've got these 2 sorted. Okay, where can we go now? Let's have a look at this one here. So we know it's on a straight line. So we've got 95. Although so 95 on a straight line. So 180. Take away 95. And then, we're going to have to take from there as well. 0, that's from 17. I'm doing that quick because we should be able to do it. We know what we're doing there. That's going to be 85. Okay, so this one is 85. So now we have got 75 and 85. So let's just check what that makes. 5, 15, 155. 65, 75, that's 25 then, isn't it? Lovely, there we go. And then this last one, I've drawn this wrong. On the diagram, you can tell that it's an isosceles. Now, I don't like the diagram because it should have that on, okay? And in hindsight, I should have put that on. But there's clearly an isosceles that's been made there. So we know that it's these 2 here. Okay, so we've got 75 and 75. Well, 7 and 7 is 14, 5 and 5 is 10. So we've got 150 altogether there. If you can do that, have a quick check. So 50, 60, 70, 80. So F is going to be 30. So there you go. It's just looking at the thing with this, guys, because I know we're all finding different bits of our maths easy and hard. Do the bits you can do. If you can't find all the missing angles, well, just find the one on the straight line and go from there. And if you do the one on the straight line and then finish the triangle off and that's that, well, good, you've done some of it. Some of you can try and find all of it. What's really hard is I can't give everyone different things in this situation. So just have a go with the bits that you can do. But well done if you did that. Right, on to our task for today. Now, I love a bit of Roman numerals. So, yesterday, you had a quick reminder of Roman numerals. Don't know why I've been locked away there. And I've just put some little reminders for you today. So, a little warm-up. So, what are these 3 numbers? If we know our Roman numerals. So, D is 500, L is 50. Well, that's going to be 550, isn't it? DCIV. You've just got to look at each individual numeral and work it out. It's almost like reading your place value. So D, well, that's 500. C, that's another 100. Well, hang on then. We don't have a 500, 100 number, but we do have 600. So 500, 100, so that's 600. Now, if ever you come across this and you notice, hang on a minute, I've got a Roman numeral that is smaller than the one after it, either it's wrong, or, remember, it's one of your 440s, 400s, or 990s, 900 ones. 1 before 5, which is 4. So it's 604. This one here, 1,000, 100, 100. So 1,000, 100, 100 is going to be 1,200. Easy as that. So let's have a little look at these. Now, I think I've been able to, yeah, there you go, you can see those. So, little visual reminder, just to help us out here. It's one skill to look at a Roman numeral and convert it, it's another skill to look at our numbers and convert them to Roman numerals. So, again, just go through your place values first. Well, we've got a 1,000 here, so we'll go M, 1,000. Our next place, like I tell you what, I'm going to split the number up. There you go. So we've got our 1,000. Now we've got our 600. I might even, you know what, I'm going to go even one step further. 100, 10s and 1s. Hundreds is 600. Now how do we make 600? Well, the biggest individual is 500. And another one will make 600. So that's DC. There you go. 10s, we've got 60. Right, okay. We could put 6 X's, but the Romans were a bit cleverer than that. They tried to keep their life short. So, short? That doesn't make sense. Anyway, so we've got, well, the closest to 60 is 50. Then another 10. Here we go. That's our 10s done. You don't draw the lines when you do this, obviously, but it might just help you. And then the 1s, we've got a 6. So the biggest one, the closest to 6 is 5. And then add one more. There you've got your 1s, your 10s, your 100s, your 1000s. I do love Roman numerals. Right. 1066, Battle of Hastings. Let's break up our place values if you need to. Let's have a look at the first one. We've got 1,000. 100. Oh. No hundreds. There is not a 0 in the Roman numerals, which may have helped a question either yesterday or tomorrow or Monday. I can't quite remember where I've put it now. But there are no 0s in the Roman numeral system. So we go straight to the 66. Oh, we've done 66. It's up here. So LXVI. Lovely. So there's our 1,000, and then actually that's the rest. That's the that's the 10s. That's the 1s. I'll stop doing the lines now because I don't want to confuse you. But that's just to help you read the number. 1918. So we've got our 1,000, which is 1,000. You know what? I am going to break it up. It makes it easier. We've got our 1,000. Now we've got our 900. Now remember, it's a 9. Anything with a 9. So it's not D, C, 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 C. You say 1 before the 1,000. Oh, sorry, you say 100 before 1,000. So it's 100 before 1,000. So that's our 1,000. That's our 100. 100 before 1,000 is 900. Then we're into our 10s. Then we've got our 8, which is 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. 1945. Now, once you've done a few of these, you'll be able to spot some patterns, a bit of pattern sniffing. I've got 1945 now. I've just done 1918. So I know it's going to start MCM for 1,900. 45. So, how do we make 40? It's one of those weird ones, 4s and 5s. So 40 is 10 before 50. So it's 10 before 50. And then 5 is V. There you go. Okay. The biggest thing you're remembering, if you come across a 4 or a 9 in any place value, you've got to talk about how many it is before. 793. Right, 700. We can make 700. So it's close to 500. 600. 700. I've got another 9. So 9. It's in the 90. So it's 10 before 100. So it's 10 before 100. And then our 3 is just going to be 1, 2, 3. Boom. 1,588 or 1588. Was that the Armada? Was that the Armada? Yeah, Spanish Armada. So we've got our M. We've got our 500. I have to say, I'll be completely honest. I'm looking up here just to remind myself. There's not a problem with that. 80. So we've got 50, 60, 70, 80, and then 8 is 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. 8s in numbers always make for large Roman numerals. Bit of a tip there for a challenge. Again, I can't remember where I put it. Is it in tomorrow's or... not tomorrow's. Monday's or yesterday's? Yeah. Anyway. 1815. We've got our 1,000. 800. So we've got our 500, 600, 700, 800, 10, and our 5. There we go. If you really are finding this tricky, I highly recommend putting each digit into its place value and reading each place value, thinking, how do I make that amount, just this one? So 1953, we've got 1,000. We've got 900. Remember, we've done that over here. So 900 is 100 before 1,000. We've got our 50, which is L. And we've got our 3. 1, 2, 3. And the very last one, which, there you go, you can see, 105. 105. Boom. Well done, guys.